You're talking about balls and jumpers. It's not a fashion parade.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just...
And he knows a fashion parade.
He does know a fashion parade. A very good looking man walking down the catwalk.
Three-time SML.
Best era in footy history. I'm adamant about my little era, why it's the best.
I don't know what it is already, but it's wrong.
Yeah, I know you're going to tell me it's wrong.
Yours,
definitely
yours is wrong.
Even if your era is the same as mine, you're wrong.
What's yours?
80s. Look, growing up as a kid, just watching, that stupid expression when men were men, which doesn't really make any sense, but they were, because the blokes were stepping on, like Tommy Raudonikis, the slapping of the face, that stuff in the sheds. Yeah. It was basically the violence was what I'm after there.
Yeah, look, was it the men, right? Or was it the rules?
It was the violence, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The culture.
Yeah.
I think if the rules were the same today,
sure,
it'd be exactly the same. So
what I'm saying is, Matty, you guys were soft.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you, okay? All right. I'm going to say my era.
Yeah.
All right.
From the day you debuted to the day you retired?
From the day I played State of Origin to the day I retired.
See,
all right.
As good as that was, and you lived it, and that's fair enough.
Yep.
But I reckon the game went away from a skill-based game to being about power and precision and all of those things. Early 90s for me. You had the skillful players, unbelievably skillful players. Laurie Daly, Ricky Stewart, Cliff Lyons, etc., Alan Langer. You had all those guys, but what you didn't have was full-time professionalism. So you had weaknesses in every single defensive line for those skillful players.
Fat, lazy blokes, you mean?
Yeah. Now, everyone's too fit, everyone's too quick, everyone's too brilliant in terms of physicality. So I think early 90s was just the honey hole for Rugby League and Rugby League history before they all decided to jump in and ruin it with Super League. That's what stuffed it up a little, because it was too good. It was so good that Kerry Packer and Rupert Murdoch decided, I want this sport for myself, and they started fighting about it. That's how good it was, the early 90s. That's what made them realise that it was such a good sport.
Going back to the 80s, looking at, the balls they were using,
So you had to be better, didn't you? You had to be a better player. The jerseys were...
They were terrible. You had the three-quarter jumpers, even though I love them, You're
talking about balls and jumpers. It's not a fashion parade.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just...
And he knows a fashion parade.
He does know a fashion parade. A very good looking man walking down the catwalk.
Three-time SML.
Give us a little catwalk.
It's off. Yeah, I'm only joking.
Player movement, loyalty, all of that.
Yeah.
You were a one-club man, but I think you guys are all too greedy. That's where I come across.
I wasn't greedy.
No. Who got your money?
Yeah, you left money on the table.
What your club got? Come on, name him.
My wife. No, look, loyalty has to go up so much in footy. For me, I played at the Dragons my entire career. There was a lot of times where, I took a pay cut to stay at the Dragons.
See, that to me is nuts. Because your career is so short. Why on earth would you take a pay cut?
Okay, I'll give you a reason. All right, in 2008, I was going to leave the Dragons. I was going to go and play for Hull. Wayne Bennett comes to me, right?
I get a phone call.
I get a phone call, right? It's Wayne Bennett. He started talking, and it was just like, he gave me the biggest head. He was like, you're the best centre, I need you at the team, your leadership, blah, blah, blah.
He sweet talked you?
Oh, he sweet talked.
He whispered in your ear, he nibbled on your ear.
The hell out of me, all right?
He dragged you in.
But I stayed.
My favourite part of this story is Wayne Bennett getting you, basically taking 150 grand off you, and then a couple of years later, he just jumps in Nathan Tinkler's sweet helicopter. Flies to Newcastle, you're going to see you later, losers.
Nice bit of loyalty, Coops.
Yeah.
Well, ruined my club. Yeah,
see, I have a problem with the player movement, how it's balanced at the moment, because take Coops' story there. Coops was loyal, but when it's flipped on its head, when the club needs to be loyal, there's not a lot. When a
No.
club goes, no, not anymore, see you later, that's the end of the loyalty discussion.
Yeah.
It becomes a hard-nosed business. That's where
Yeah.
I reckon players need to get even more on the front foot, even though you disagree that players are too greedy. I just think players need to get more on the front foot about sorting their own matters out financially. Career short, like, don't all have the 246 game career.
100%.
Sort it out, take what you can when you get it.
I agree with that, but it's where do you draw the line?
It's funny with rugby league players, they make first grade and they go, I've dreamt all my life to do this. And then they go, where's the 900 grand all of a sudden, Like, be appreciative and grateful for the things you've got. A lot of us don't, and I'm clearly sounding very bitter here.
That was me. I grew up in a housing commission area. I went to school, I hated school. I finished school, I did 6 months brickies labouring and then straight into first grade, full time. So to me, I was happy to play first grade and I was happy to be getting,
Crazy money,
just some money. Like to me, that was crazy money.
Yeah.
With the salary cap being so big, it's changed the mentality of the player. They all want to be that $1 million, player.
I'm going to give, if I slip you $50, will you laugh at my jokes more than you laugh at his? Let's see how loyalty goes here.
No, I've got my daughter and she's out the back, so no.
200?
Make it 1,000.
Yeah, you got it.
Boys, fullback, arguably, if not probably, the most important attacking position on the field in the modern game.
Yep.
Who's
definitely.
the best of the best? Coops?
There's a few. Don't get me wrong.
He wants one, mate, just not a few.
It's hard. It's hard, yeah. But I've got to go Pappenhausen down in Melbourne.
Pappy.
To me, he's just the overall fullback. He's got speed, he's got vision, and that speed is the speed off the mark. Quick. He knows exactly where to be, right? He's like the rock star of rugby league.
Fullback's the rock star position, isn't it?
Well, it is.
But I'm going to disagree with you in terms of Pappenhausen because if Pappenhausen's he's in a rock star team.
Tell me why.
He's in a rock star team, right?
Yeah.
Every single player on that team is a rock star. They could have 5 or 6 players out and they're still winning every game. But I'm a Kalen Ponga fan and I'm a Knights fan. I'm a Knights tragic. How desperate some people would call it. But Kalen Ponga's playing in a bad team at the moment. Put him in that team. Yeah. And I think Melbourne Storm are better.
Well, don't know about that.
I don't know about that because their style is a lot different.
I'm going to disagree wholeheartedly. It's hard to disagree wholeheartedly about Pappenhausen and Ponga and their talent.
That's your go, though.
You're talking about the rock star here.
Yeah, I know.
Me? You're the rock star. Sorry.
Well, one guy who just does his job and he's got the short back and size, he doesn't look like the rock star, is Dylan Edwards. I reckon he's the best fullback in the competition.
He's your best fullback in the comp?
Because he's playing in the best team and his efforts and his ability complements what that team needs so well. And he fits in. Yeah, you look at Penrith and you go, he's the 7th or 8th best player or 7th or 8th most mentioned player in that team.
Yeah, but what if you put Pappenhausen into that team? He'd be 1, 2, 3.
I reckon
best player.
I reckon you could put Adam Peacock into that team.
In Penrith.
Well,
right?
I reckon they'd get relegated.
Do you know what I mean? I just don't think he's got that presence, that rock star presence that Pappenhausen has.
But they don't need that.
No, that's right. They've got a rock star all over the field. They don't need.
Yeah, I know. But if he did, imagine how better they would be.
I'm still backing you to play fullback for the Panthers. Actually, have you spoken to the Dolphins?
Not yet.
No, because you're around about the age.
But the way their recruitment's going, I might get a call.
100%.
No, but I disagree with that because if you put Pappenhausen in there, that would then have to change how Penrith go about what they do, and what they do is very, very, very good and hard to stop. They'd have to tweak their style a bit. I think Dylan Edwards fits them perfectly. That's why I reckon he's the best fullback in the comp. I'm not going to hear any different.